In solution-focused practices, there is a great principle, which is if something's working, do more of it. This is a great philosophy because if something is working, the goal is to be able to scale it, to repeat it over and over again, to achieve the same results and better opportunity for that particular organization. Now, as great as this principle is, there is a fault to it, which is working for who? As always, when something is working, it's not necessarily working for everyone. So who is it not working for? What impact is that having on them? So this comes down to the analogy of trying to fit a round peg into a square hole. So for example, you may not have considered having Grammarly as a mandatory tool within your organization. Now, that particular kind of tool will be very beneficial to someone who's neurodiverse. But without thinking about it, that tool will also be beneficial to someone or to a group of people who don't feel quite comfortable with English, or they might be a third-party national where English is their second language. So without implementing that particular tool, you're excluding a huge number of other people because you're thinking that you don't need the tool because the way things are working works for everybody, where in actuality, there's a huge segment where it's not working for them. So here's the challenging exercise I have for you. Create a spreadsheet. And in that spreadsheet, you're going to create about 3 to 4 columns. In the first column, you're going to have your policies and procedures and or tools, and you're going to list them out. Then in your second column, you're going to identify who is that working for. Then you're going to have a third column where you're going to identify who is that not working for. Then you're going to point out what tools or procedures or policies that you could put in place to try to be as inclusive to everyone as possible. And then there's the final column. And that column is going to be identifying who's not in the room, who should be in that room to have this discussion with. Because they're going to add in particular insight and their own experiences that you may not have considered before. And by performing this exercise, you are leading the path within your organization to implement universal design principles that will be the benefit to everyone in your organization, where you're going to create an opportunity of inclusion, an opportunity of motivation to create better productivity standards, better performance standards, creating innovation and creativity, and to the organization's benefit, and frankly, to everyone's benefit, an opportunity for greater profit.